4. Point of order, Kevin Brennan.
Thank you, Mr Deputy Speaker. On a point of order, is there an orderly way in which I could raise the plight of my constituent, Marta Prenga, who's currently in Italy with her 2-year-old daughter, Staria, unable to return to the UK despite having pre-settlement status herself? She travelled abroad for medical reasons because her 2-year-old daughter is not being allowed to travel back with her. Now, before she left, Mr Deputy Speaker, she contacted the settlement resolution line 4 times to ensure that if she travelled, that her daughter would be able to come back with her to the UK, and was told there'd be no problem with that. But in the meantime, her daughter's visa for pre-settlement status has been turned down and is under appeal. She wrote to me, Mr Deputy Speaker, Kevin, is there anything you could possibly do to help me return to the UK with my daughter so she can see her father again, and we are able to defend her when the appeal for her visa comes around? The whole situation is badly affecting me. I just want to take my baby home where she belongs. I wonder whether, Mr Deputy Speaker, it would be possible for me to raise that issue here on the floor of the House to draw it to the attention urgently of ministers.
The honourable member for his point of order and his forward notice of it. This is clearly an urgent matter. I know that he's a diligent MP and will have already contacted the Home Office on this particular matter, but I would ask that the Treasury bench bring this to the attention of the Home Department today, in order that we can at least get some clarity on where this could go. So I appreciate that. Point of order, Philip Davies.
Thank you, Mr Deputy Speaker. I want to try and make a helpful suggestion, if I might, and seek your guidance on it. The Speaker is a good, decent and honourable man, and we're lucky to have him as the Speaker of the House of Commons. He has my absolute 100% full support and my total confidence. He made a mistake yesterday, and unlike most politicians, Mr Deputy Speaker, he's been big enough to come to the House and admit he made a mistake. If only other MPs would admit when they make mistakes, we probably would be seen in a better light. And I'm pretty certain he retains the full confidence of the overwhelming majority of people on both sides of the House. Both sides of the House. But can I make a suggestion? By the way, Mr Deputy Speaker, if we all had to lose our jobs every time we made a mistake, I'd have lost mine 19 years ago, and I probably would have lost it every week since, to be perfectly honest. So let's have some. Let's be reasonable about this and put it into perspective. But can I make a suggestion? There's been lots of reports about what pressure was or wasn't placed upon Mr Speaker before his decision yesterday, and I certainly don't think and don't want him to be asked to breach any confidences, because conversations between the Speaker and members should remain private, and I think we should respect that. But I think it would be helpful, perhaps, if the Speaker or the Chairman of Ways and Means could issue to members of this House what is an appropriate way to make a request of the Chair or of the Speaker, and what would be considered undue influence or inappropriate over-the-top requests. And I think that if we could have some guidance on that, it may stop any instances in the future where members are accused, perhaps, of making intolerable pressures on the Chair, because we'd all know where we stand and what was acceptable and wasn't acceptable. And so I asked Mr Deputy Speaker if you could go away and think about that, and hopefully on that basis we can draw a line under this matter and get on with what the people who elected us want us to get on with, which are the important matters nationally and internationally.
I'm grateful for the honourable member's point of order. He said that if he had to resign every time he made a mistake, he would have been gone 19 years ago. I suspect he wouldn't have even got here. Never mind that. Nonetheless, I am grateful for his warm words, which I will pass back to the Speaker, and I am certain, I know there's ongoing discussions, that he will be in touch with the honourable member.